Howdy folks, Zethios here, and welcome back to Tyranny. When last we left off, I was very annoyed Zethios. Still a little annoyed Zethios, but I'm just gonna see if there's anything from this that explains what the F, right? So here we go. Here's Pokemon. So let's talk to him. Well, look who's here. It's just a little bit too late, aren't ya? He laughs. He holds a rope at the end of which is binding Zendaya's hands. Zendaya stares at Pokemon with an intense hatred. Now that I have the Mage Bane and the Forge-bound Master, nothing can stop me from unleashing the Bane on Lathan's Crossing. Oh, you've gone insane. Zendaya growls and takes a step towards Pokemon, who jumps back and puts up his hands in front of him. You notice one of his eyes is black, and his nose is bleeding in addition to the welt you caused on his temple with the rock. Can he not wear the helm? Is it poisoning him? Or has he already been, like, beaten up by her? You motherless cur! Zendaya spits at him. Her clothes are splattered in blood and she works her hands, fighting against the pawns holding her. As soon as I free myself, and make no mistake, I will free myself, your blood will join your underlings in my armor, and it will make more than a hammer. It will take more than a hammer to my head to take me down, coward. Using your men as a distraction. You know you're no match for me. He takes another step away from Zendaya before continuing. With the Bane free, I will prove that the Bronze Brotherhood are the only ones strong enough to protect Lathan's Crossing. Now, if you excuse me, I have a town in danger, so I can save it. You freaking kidding me?
Heads up, we
Now he's gonna run off like a little
company.
like a little freaking jerk, huh? It's a big old jerk. All right, give me.
I got it.
Alright, people are burning. That's nice. So we'll take another rest. So we'll do this bit. Just from above.
Oh, wrong weapon for the job. I need to try something else. That's how it's done.
Alright, very nice. Anything else that Barrett could do? He can heal. Go ahead and use
On my
the
command.
Petrify.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. How am I?
Very nice. Alright, that helps out a lot. Alright, Barrick, you can just hit up on those guys. Hit up on all of them. Barrick's got a long way to go before he's able to do any more healing. But a lot of these people are petrified. Can they be poisoned as well? Doesn't look it. People are soaked. Looks like the soak makes them a lot easier to shock.
Oh, wrong
Maybe take more
weapon
damage.
for the job. I need to try something else.
Alright, there we go. Alright, come on. Alright. On fire. Don't have bleed, so you can just attack. Drown. Alright, you're gonna...
My armor is dented. Let me repair it.
There they go! Alright. Alright, so we have to ask Eldian where they're taking her. That stupid helm. I guess we've been over here before? Yes, we have. We've taken this stuff. Alright, so, Mr. Leader of the village. Where might they have taken the Forge-bound Master and the helmet? Oh. Like, they did, like, you're gonna set up that, you know, the leader of the Bronze Brotherhood was, you know, slowly going mad and going more and more extreme, right? But the fact that, like, as soon as we got into town, the Bronze Brotherhood was, like, the sequence of events seemed off. Like, it should have stopped us before we got to Lathan's Crossing and, like, had a conversation with some Bronze Brotherhood people and be like, you're... Something like that should have happened. I know I'm still, like, harping on this fact. That's something we can take? Yes. Alright, let's talk to you. Fatebinder, come on in. I was just told the news that the Magebed Helm had disappeared. This is terrible. What happened just now? I heard fighting out there. Are there more of them? So, yeah, Pokemon stole the helm and he captured Zendaya. Well, I was just beginning to believe we were finally safe, but a celebration planned before its time will no doubt become awake. Eldin shakes his head. And without Zendaya, there's no chance of getting another helm. My friends, please go back to your homes for now. The Fatebinder has taken care of the invaders. Twin Rivers and Deserters March is now unlocked. I know it's asking a lot after everything that has happened, Fatebinder, but without the helmet or Zendaya, we are in the same predicament as we were before. The Bronze Brotherhood have a camp near the old walls at Twin Rivers and use Deserters March as a travel route. Either one of them places will be a good place to start looking for Pokemon and Zendaya. Please find them. Now, I don't know much more than that, but I'm happy to try and answer any questions you might have. Apart from those areas, that's fine. We don't need to do more about them. We'll know when we get there. Anything else going on in town that I should know about? Oh, great. Here we go. Sorry. Clearing throat. Well, I hate to add a request upon a request, Fatebinder, but I would ask one more thing of you. The recent attack was horrific, and there was a lot of folks that are in a bit of trouble now. Bahara lost some of her men in the attack. She was stretched thin before it all, so I'm sure she's going to need all the help she can get. Some townsmen have also gone missing. I've no doubt your assistance could be useful to all of them, so if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please ask the townsfolk if they need your help. Makes a formal bow. Now, I know we have no right to ask this of you, but I know you can help, but no one else can. Alright, what exactly did they expect to have happen? You leave a nice piece or iron in plain view and you're just asking to have it swiped. Nobody thought to, I don't know, tie it down or something? Well, the safety of this settlement is all that matters to me. I hope we have similar minds on this, Fatebinder, since you're clearly capable of handling threats, whether worldly or not. I'll see to it that the old walls remain open to you. The passageway leading to the base of the spire will be unsealed upon your return. If accessing it can help you in any way, please use it. I know we're asking a lot, Fatebinder, but if there's anything I can do to help you, just ask. Questions of the recent attack? Horrible. It's all just horrible. Shakes his head. What's on your mind, Fatebinder? Yeah, we definitely need to go through this stuff, so. Definitely need to figure out, like, what the heck? Alright, so... why do you think they attacked? He snorts, frustration evident in his voice. I think it's safer to say that Pokemon attacked, though perhaps they're one and the same. I've been around long enough to know how to spot that weed that'll strangle your crops. That man was always carried a bit of poison inside him, even before Kairos kicked the Brotherhood out. Pokemon once burned a village to the ground just to kill a rival that was hiding there with the help of some sympathetic folks. He said that the villagers raised arms against him, but that's a load of pig shit. He did it because he was obsessed with getting vengeance and never lets go of his obsessions. This rival wronged him before, so he left no stone unturned until she was dust in the ground. Consequences be damned. Whatever fool notion compelled him to order his men to come to Latham's Crossing and steal Mage Bane, I guarantee you, has everything to do with that obsessiveness. He hasn't changed all these years. There's something big he wants, rest assured, and right now we're all in his way. Alright, so it seems that not all the Brotherhood agree with him. I've heard rumblings about that. Word is that their leader is a paranoid sort. He sees conspiracy and betrayal at every turn. I've seen a few of his lieutenants come and go. Pretty sure they're not all fallen in battle. Tell me, if that's the sort of man you're following, how long do you think it'll be before someone tries to stake a claim? I've known some Brotherhood men and women in my time. I never call them wholesome, but not all of them are asswipes. This move by Pokemon is going to rub some of the folks the wrong way. Alright, so why do you think he took her captive? Interesting question. Eldian scratches his beard, squinted his eyes, and thought, truth be told, the Forge Bound and the Bronze Brotherhood never really got along. The Iron Workers think of themselves as artisans and see Brotherhood soldiers as dim-witted thugs that aren't worthy of their fancy swords. The Brotherhood, for their part, see the Forge Bound as docile servants of the Overlord. Oh no. Happy to trade their dignity for regular meals in a steam-filled prison they call the Forge. Well, I don't know if Pokemon aim to take Zendaya, quite frankly. She's just as likely to cave his head in with a hammer on any given day. He chuckles at the thought. Well, whatever he's got planned it or not, giving the Forge round their comeuppance is probably something he's wanted for years. Okay. Oh, alright. So we know what he knows about where he might be hiding out. So how are things settling after the attack, which, just happened? Not well, I'm afraid. There's been some tension here and there with the Brotherhood, but by and large, they never attacked people in the settlement. They actually had their fair share of admirers here, believe it or not. We've at least a dozen dead, more wounded. Most folks stayed inside and got out of harm's way, but everyone's rattled. He gingerly rubs a bandage wrapped around his hand, wincing as he does. The attack didn't make a lick of sense. Who's to say that Pokemon might not return for more? Alright, so how dangerous are things without that thing? Truth be told, Fatebinder, I'm much more concerned about the helmet than Brotherhood on a rampage. It's true we survived here for a long time without magical protection, but that situation could change as soon as you blink. Points to a dark, scarred patch of skin on his neck. I've got this many years ago. Thankfully, Bane attacks are few and far between then. He pulls back his sleeve to reveal some tightly wound bandages on his forearm and bicep. These I got in separate attacks in the last 2 months. Something is driving the Bane out of those old walls. Why do you think Zendaya was ordered to come here and deliver that fancy helmet? Any other questions? Recent attack. Nathan's Crossing. Nope. Alright. That's all we're going to talk about for now. Okay. Whew. Alright, so looks like a commander of sorts there could be a source of information. So I'll travel through the desert much to find information regarding his whereabouts. So probably neither area is going to be where they're actually at, but we'll be able to find like sympathizers. Well, not sympathizers, but people who are, like the opposite, who are like not sympathetic to Pokemon's cause. I'm never gonna get that guy's name right. That's probably why they're so ticked at us, or why he was ticked at us. It was just like, you know what? As soon as he's, yeah. All right, so we're told that we can talk to people. I just want to kind of go through it and see what's going on. He named people. Maybe the merchants, who knows? So what we have for sale. Tychus. Find lower prices anywhere. Ah, Fatebinder, come to stock up, I see. Yep, nope. Alright, anybody talk to Melita, maybe? Take care of Fatebinder. I want to talk. Alright. Do a quick roundup. I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be, I'm assuming correctly. Here's Gino. First sketch of the day. Okay, something's happening. I wouldn't bother with this lot. Those fish were earned with the blood of his fellow tearsmen. Keep spreading those lies. I'll beat you unconscious with this fresh and reasonably priced river fish. Sorry you had to see that. He does a quick and apologetic bow. My brother Allegan normally runs this all, but he's out getting supplies right now, so I've been forced to endure the public while I watch over things. Allegan should return shortly. Why didn't I see you before the attack? Gathering supplies. Guess we were lucky and missed it. Alright, don't have required lore. Why would anyone want to spread rumors about you? His eyes darken momentarily and he blinks, looking around briefly before he answers. I am simply a fisherman, making enemies out of my reach. I am certainly not interesting enough to gain anyone's attention. Of course, he sighs. Alright. I'm sure someone with your authority could get to the root of this. If you could find the person responsible for spreading these lies, you get a hefty discount. Alright, I'll look into it. Side quests. What I'm here for, baby. Alright. I won't be able to talk to Melita, but yeah, she doesn't want it. She doesn't care. It is nothing for us regarding the village. What about you, Callian? Leave you alone. Nothing you say will help. What if I keep talking to you? I don't know what's up with him. Nothing I say would help, but what about anything I can do? You know? Alright, you don't want our help? Fine. We'll find some other people who do want our help. So, there's that. Seems we take it a little long to load. There we go. Had me going, raising my eyebrows a little bit at the loading screen. Just for a second. Where it's like, is it gonna load? Alright, no, we're not going in here yet. Didn't access the spire yet. So there's a couple more places we can go to. Probably the Forge Bound will have something for us. And then there's another house. There's like a couple there. We'll see if that couple's still together. We're going to have to find one of the significant others. Let's see. Alright, so this is where? Just a random place that has no one in it that we can talk to or get quests from. Great. Great. The audience has to talk to people. We're trying. We've gotten one side quest so far, and it has nothing to do with the actual attack. Boitus? Biotis? Sure, what can you tell me about Gino? I'll tell you anything you want to know if I knew who that was. Okay. Interesting. One case of that. Maybe if there's more cases of that. More interesting. Alright, let's talk to you first. Something you want? Nope. What about you? Today is as capable a warrior as she is a smith. I can only imagine her restraint with Pokemons for the sake of the Mage Bane and the people of Latham's Crossing. Yeah. Hello. Probably Azure crystals. Perhaps you can use them in your work. Take some of these with care, marveling at the uncut edges. These crystals, Fatebinder. My forge man and I can surely create something from power from it. Thank you. Okay. Are you gonna give it to us? It is done, Fatebinder. As promised, I have forged you an item of great power. What do we get? Is he gonna tell me what we got? You returned. His face, your body cover, head, toe, chart hues, just rising and falling under the strain of labored breathing. Always more demand for iron. There's time in the day. Alright. you need some help? Yes, actually. That goat fucker, Pokemon, really made a mess of the settlement. Not only did he capture the head of our order, he also killed several of my forge hands. He smashes her fist at a nearby table, launching several metalworking tools into the air. That's a very unsafe work practice. I'm going to have to report you to the forge-bound union, whatever, I don't know. As much as I'd love to personally track down the bastard, I'm duty-bound to stay and fulfill our commitments to the armies. I was going to send some of my own to tackle a few problems, but now we have barely enough hands to keep the fire stoked. If you got the time, I could really use your help with the missing shipment. Alright. Tell me about the missing shipment. Just raise an eyebrow. The last iron delivery was light. The Bronze Brotherhood has been attacking forge-bound caravans for years, and even though the ore is useless to them, they attack our porters just to spite us. Her face takes on a sour expression. I probably shouldn't mention this, but if you're going to be helping me, you deserve to know everything. There are some very important weapons being sent back to us, hidden in that shipment. We need to repair them and get them back in the hands of the soldiers. My hunch is that killing our porters and taking their rations was enough. They have no cause to lug a bunch of rocks back to their camp, and I don't think they knew the weapons were there. At least I hope they didn't. She scratches her jaw, thinking. Our men meant to travel through the dense forests of Desertus March. We don't know this precise route, as our porters often improvise on the road to avoid encounters with bandits. I know this isn't much to go on. I'm sorry. Alright, I know a spot with known Brotherhood activity. That's good a start as any. It's certainly possible that the porter moved through there. Right, how would you supply the armies? Not easily, I can assure you. Were you to double our ranks, the task would still be monumental. We can't easily expand guild membership. Our art is painstaking craft, and yet few have the aptitude for it. We are sadly, chronically short on apprentices. Those that do join still face many risks. Our process is demanding, to say the least. To achieve perfection, we bind our physical selves to hammer and flame. Doing so invites harm to the undisciplined. Many an overzealous apprentice has attempted to impress me, striking the hot metal until their very heart burst. She's moved by the recollection, her mouth a taut line. In truth, the reckless ones will never make it. Better to find out sooner rather than later. But their scarcity does make them important. Even the apprentices shame you with their foolishness. She sighs. Reluctant to continue. Fatebinder, I have a favor to ask you, if I may. You may. One of my younger charges, Garrick, strayed too far from the forge. I know a man his age is beset with wanderlust, but he should have realized that we have to stay close to the forge for good reason. Garrick was out during the raid and has not returned. He may be dead, but I would welcome someone spying to see if they're holding him and rescue him if he's still alive. And if he's dead, bring me his tools so that he return to his master. Garrick mentioned that he heard of rare and exotic Old Walls materials falling into Brotherhood hands. I fear he may have been inspired to seek out an entrance to the Old Walls along Haven's northeast border, Froon Rivers. Brotherhood supposedly operate there. If you're in any of such camps, do well to start your search there. Alright. So it gives us a couple more side quests. A shipment and a man. We have find out who's telling rumors about someone, finding a missing shipment, and then a missing man. Alright, we got, what, 2 more places to look at? There's Dea. Fatebinder, Dea cries out to you. I need your help. It's terrible. Her voice breaks and she wipes her hand from across her eyes. My wife is dead. Oh no. Poor Phaedra. Pulls her hand away, fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This can't be allowed to stand. I demand of Fatebinder's justice. I can find her killer, but how do you know it was the Brotherhood? The necklace. Her hand moves to her neck, tracing bare skin. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when she burst into tears. It was a younger man, Sandro. She whispers the name in a lower tone. He struck her dead and took the necklace. I was paralyzed. I froze. I just watched. Her eyes well up. More tears overtake her. Alright. Bearing false witness can lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not some other Brotherhood mercenary? Of course, I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anywhere. Angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenary thugs are. I'll be back after I find Sandro. Kill Sandro and please bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs pawning it. She rests her head in her hands and sobs. You can't let him get away with this. The Brotherhood's hideout is somewhere in Twin Rivers. Kill him and give me some peace. Alright, I'm gonna look inside their place. Do some investigating. Some detective work. Nothing? Alright, fine. Not that kind of game. Not that kind of game. Alright, well, I thought we'd make it out of here before ending this episode, but hey, we still can get to the next area. If loading screens would cooperate, just going from one area to another. Alright, so we got Siren's place, this place. Pretty sure that's like everybody we can talk to, pretty much. Yeah, it's just random settlers. Talking about violence has to stop. Yeah. What else is new? Loading, loading, loading. Alright, one more place to look at. And then see if there's any more named people. Like, we're even like talking to like everybody. Like these settlers, we're clicking on them. Seeing what the heck's going on there. Alright, Merchant Helena. Fine day, my friend. My name's you my wares. We have all manners of goods. I know you need. Alright, what do you know about Gino? Gino? Why would you want to know about that? Reprobate. There's a great word. Not used too often anymore. Helena shrugs. I was told by someone who saw the bodies that Gino killed the other fishermen in the village so he could get a leg up. And that he paid off the occupying army to look the other way. Who saw the bodies? Gino's younger brother, Allegan, is the one that told me about the bodies. He has been telling people about it in hopes that someone would come to town and do something about it. Alright. So we gotta find his brother. Did he kill his brother?
Sorry, I can't.
Hey, what are you guys doing? What did I say? Let's stay to the Fate Minder's Zethios way.
Can't do that.
Well, I'm right here, buddy. Alright, let's head in here and have a look. See if there's anyone here we can talk to and get a quest from. And then if not, we will move on. Holy crap. All these people are still pining after Siren, huh? What will happen next? Alright, that guy's not gonna say anything. Alright. Gonna say anything? Nope.
Can't do
some of
that.
these people can just click on. Other people, yeah. Someone's moving out. Lost too many people there. I get it. I'd be definitely pretty tempted to leave after what happened to this place. Bronze Brotherhood just up and raid the place, and then you still have like increased bane attacks apparently, which we have not witnessed at all. Like, we've been in the old walls and none of that's happening. Alright, so there's all our deal. So find Garrick, find the weapons, find Sandro, and we need to speak to Gino before we leave? Probably. Seems that's the case. Alright, Gino. Greetings to you, Fatebinder. What can I do for you? So, your brother is the one who's spreading the rumors. His face turns dark red and his lips turn thin into a line. Why? Why would my brother do that to me? Claims to look the other way when he killed some men. He just claims you're a murderer. So explain yourself. Eyes wide and his hands tighten into fists. I have nothing to explain. Not to you, not to anyone. I'm no murderer. Alright. Why should I believe you if I don't know your side of the story? You must have enemies that want to seem otherwise. I'm trying to help you, Gino. Let's go with R. Why should I believe you if I don't know your side of the story? His posture stiffens and his rage turns to a bitter fear. Fine. He looks around for anyone in the vicinity. It wasn't a bane attack, okay? His voice becomes almost a whisper. It was a group of disfavored soldiers burying a group of those shaved heads, stave-wielding assholes in the chorus. Where are these bodies? He points out a spot in your map in the area. Twin Rivers is behind a group of overgrown bushes in the southwest. Into the area. Perhaps you find the bodies, you can legitimize my side of the story. Okay. So we gotta go back. Another thing to do in the Twin Rivers. We got lots of stuff to do. Cool. Yule. Man, get me down. Let's go. Alright, so we got lots of places we can go. We got Deserters March, we got Twin Rivers. We can go to Torn Strand and find the next revenge target for Verse. Twin Rivers is right here. Versus Deserters March, which is, takes a lot longer to travel there. So we'll go to Twin Rivers first. Alright. Small dog crouches abandoned wagon, rummaging through its contents. She resembles a bedraggled urchin, smirking face lined with dirt, tunic torn, thoroughly stained. She spots your approach, lets out a small yelp, sprinting off the copse of trees, and vanishing from view. Follow, ignore. Let's follow. Follow as weeds through the trees until the forest gives way to open fields. Small farmstead, empty from last harvest. Across the grounds, past 2 empty houses, a row of clay beehives, eventually racing into an open barn. Enter, you see a clutch of children huddled in the rear, trembling as you approach. There are 6 in all, gaunt faces and tired eyes shared amongst them all. One boy drops a small knife as you approach, letting it vanish within the folds of straw at his feet. Children swear they are alone, claiming to be orphans from a massacred village. They fled during the fighting and retreated this farmstead. Its owners, they claim, slain by Kaiser's forces. The barn is full of harvested rye and a few jars of stored honey, no doubt the reasons why the children are still alive. We could send them to train as spies for Tunon's court. We can leave them food and money. Or we can ask about the cart on the road. Let's ask about the car on the road. Some of the children exchange concerned glances for the little girl. Trail speaks up. Her voice wavers. She blurts out a stammering explanation. The cart was likely used by a traveling merchant and abandoned when soldiers clashed in the nearby area. Her eyes flick to the ground for a brief moment, long enough for you to follow its gaze to a leather boot barely visible between tied bundles of standing straw. You push past them and kick aside the bundles, revealing the corpse of a middle-aged man with multiple puncture wounds in his neck and back. Oh, man. The children gasp at the revelation. Some begin to cry. The younger girl pleads innocence, claiming that the man discovered the farm and attacked her, pinning her in the straw before her friends returned and stabbed them to death. Begs you to believe her. We can burn the farmstead, or we can leave them food and rings. I mean, wow. Yeah, the merchant could have been a dick. But unfortunately, he's dead and can't defend himself, so we have no idea. We just have to take the girl's word for it. A girl who's a murderer, is a thief. That's a good encounter. It's a good encounter, Tyranny. So I'm definitely not burning it down. Send them to Tunon's court, where we know they will be put to good use. Of at least they'll be have a nice roof over their head, and they'll be able to eat and be educated. But they're also at Tunon's court, which is like a terrible place. Well, it's not as terrible as like the Scarlet Chorus or other places, but I feel like leaving the children here is just a bad idea. Burning it down, and I'm assuming the kids with it, is a bad idea. Leaving the kids there with just giving them more food and some money, also a bad idea, because then, the next adult who comes by could be an even bigger dick. Or there could be a bunch of them. It could be the Scarlet Chorus that comes by and just brings them in, conscripts them in. So, kind of just leaving it up to chance if you do this, whereas what happens here. Golly, this is a tough choice. Alright, we're sending them to Tunon's court. Though children, the scamps are tenacious and clever. Requirements for survival here alone may be of use in Tunon's court. Left to their own devices, they will almost certainly die in time. You pin a declaration. The children are to be evaluated by the court's fate binders for possible service, and should they be found lacking, assigned to local tradesmen as best suits the needs of the city. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it. Alright, so we're gonna have to get here and then end the episode off there because we had that encounter. Was a tough choice and was a little longer than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, we got some fights already. Alright, we will get stuck in this area next time. So, till next time, this has been Zethios, signing out for now. Bye, folks.